It's a Ways and Means request. I'm still trying to understand what it really meant. I came across that yesterday too myself. If you go into the details, the TUC and NLC has described that approval as shocking. And they also said it is very suspicious. Remember, they've talked about last minute, what's the word they used? Diversion, let me use that, of monies. Some would say stealing of monies. But that's the headline here. NLC TUC kick as Senate okays federal government's 22.7 trillion naira Ways and Means. I don't owe you. Lobby me to pay. Tinubu tells Wike. I think this had to do with the federal roads. Sudan, first group of Nigerian evacuees arrive Abuja. This actually occurred yesterday night because spoke with the deputy director for NEMA Special Duties, and so it was yesterday night they gave the information. There was a bit of contradictions with the numbers of people that arrived. I think now he says around 360 thereabout. Well, hopefully we'll get more details today. We hope to speak with him on the Morning Crossfire. This person says here still on the Vanguard, this headline says, Enugu community seeks justice for murdered Abga Guba aspirant Ude. Those are a few headlines you would see on the Vanguard. Let's go now to the phone lines and take a few of your calls. Remember that we are live on Facebook, so join the conversation on Facebook. For those of us who would be watching us on Facebook and dropping comments, especially for the live comments, the live feed, please try to make it very short. Because when you don't, it's difficult to read. You know it's live, so we have loads of comments coming in. And if yours is really long, it could get overtaken by other ones. Okay, so please keep it very short and precise so we can take as much messages on Facebook as possible. On Twitter as well, same thing. Keep it very short and precise. Thank you. On Twitter, it is Nigeria Info PH. On Facebook, it is Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Okay. And the phone numbers to call are 0817 923 0009 or 0817 923 0007. Either of those numbers, and you have access to us here in the studio. You can also send WhatsApp messages to 0809 030 6416. 30 seconds, please, as much as possible. Try to keep that conversation direct and precise. Do not make unsubstantiated claim. Try to be very civil, no insulting or degrading words, please. Just respond to the headlines. I always say you could say anything you want on radio. It just matters how you do it. Good news is first from our three. Good morning. Good news.
Yeah, good morning, my brother man, Andrew Efemi.
Go ahead.
Thank you. I greet you fundamentally.
I greet you too.
My major talk this morning is the issue of the request and the counter request from both Governor Wike and President-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I listened carefully when the governor was talking, making bold to speak on what he has done and how they should pay back the money that was done because it's federal road. And Tinubu instantly replied when he took over that I'm not owing you. I will not pay. You are enjoying it. You know, I saw character in what Tinubu did. You know, and from all what that is happening, how Governor Wike has been trying to go into Tinubu, I think they showed him little character. That brought immediately, I started remembering then how Governor Wike will use two hands, beg Jonathan, shake him, and today we're not hearing him talking about Jonathan. He used his two hands to shake Amechi and bow for Amechi, and today he's punching him with his left hand. He used his two hands to beg to shake P2P. Today he's thwarting his orders. He used his two hands to shake Atiku. Today he's challenging Atiku and maybe trying to do the same thing to Tinubu. I don't know. Let me see how the game goes. I think the politics is becoming political.
All right, good news. Thank you very much. Let's go to Rumudumaya now. Promise is on the line. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother, and good morning, River State.
Good morning. Go on.
My brother, yes, I think it's a welcome development for Tinubu to call Wike a man of integrity. What is the meaning of integrity to me? Integrity is say what you mean and mean what you say. And that is the kind of man Wike is. Then he said Wike has to lobby him for the project. My brother, to me, that statement means just one thing. It may mean a lot to so many persons, but to me, it means just one thing, and that thing is this. I think the tribunal should make use of that statement. And so to also know that Tinubu and Wike's relationship has nothing to do with the 2023 election. You understand? The election came the way it came and went the way it went. That is to tell you that Tinubu is not an ambiguous man. Wike is not an ambiguous man. Thank you. Ejeko Promise from Rumudumaya.
All right, thank you very much. Promise from Rumudumaya. Don't forget the WhatsApp number is 0809-030-6416. Before I take any more calls, let's just see some of the WhatsApp messages we have here. Okay. Please, on WhatsApp as well, I encourage us to keep the messages very short and simple. Good morning. Residents of School Road in Rumikini complained of relocating during rain. During rains, it's true. Even students of CSS Rumikini don't go to school anytime it rains because of the floods and bad roads. Okay, and you send pictures as well. This one says Sudan returnees receive 100,000 naira each. It's a good one. At least it will help them to do one or two things for the moment. And congratulations, yes, on the safe arrival back to Nigeria. Round Face from Rumikini sent this. We'll take a look at the school, Round Face. It's so unfortunate that this outgoing government is good at borrowing to consume, and that's why our economy keeps depreciating. Christian Williams from Igbo Iche sent in that one. This person says NAFDAC extended it says first batch of Nigerians evacuated from Sudan arrived safely and 100,000 naira given to each person. It's a good one. We should be proactive. The investigation of those arrested by police in Diop should be thorough, and innocent ones should be released. Bola Tinubu continues project commissioning today. It's a good one. I hope his administration brings quality projects to River State. This one here says Tinubu says he doesn't owe Wike. Tinubu should be careful the kind of promises he's making to Wike, because if he fails to keep them, Wike will expose him the same way as exposed Atiku and Ayu Levi from Oyigo. Abinoye is in Abua. Abinoye, good morning.
Good morning, PNA Andrew.
Good morning, go on.
Yes, we are happy that the public holiday ended yesterday, because we are living at the mercy of the government. All the strange things happen in River State. I can't imagine why an elected president and a public holiday is declared. I wonder when he's seated. I think it should be 1 week, And so I want to say that the visit of the president-elect has many meanings. They want to inaugurate, a court premises. The import is that they have the courts and no more, because the flyover and the court tells us, a lot of things. However, in all, these are the features of a demented government. The West, the Rivers State that are about to bury the dead, dead person during the election. I want to tell them to do the burial and don't expect anybody to ask you anything, because we were in River State in 2015 when dozens of persons died, amok. And up to now, nothing was heard. And so I think you need to bury your dead. Thank you.
Thank you very much. JJ is in Rumigbo. Good morning.
Yeah, Andrew, good morning.
Go on.
Tinubu to continue with project commissioning today by commissioning the magistrate complex. I drove past that place yesterday, and it's a place to behold, Andrew. Opposite the police headquarters is just wow. But what is surprising me this morning is that as at this time, in 2015, the courts were shut down in River State, while right now, as we're talking, more courts are open so that justice can be dispensed speedily. How do you compare that, Andrew? But Nigeria, FG, is exploring plan for alternative funding for the oil industry. You see, these grammars are too much. Then the one they said they are taking, approving another 22 point something trillion. You talked about what they need the money for, but I'm not wrapping my head around it. You have 26 days to go. You are talking about 22 point something trillion that you approve for what in a handle? Is it as sovereign benefit or as, how will I call it, payoff or something? I don't get this whole thing. We borrow from the one till the end. Now we are approving another one that they will take home. I don't get it. The one we're looking for is that they are looting everywhere according to the NLC. And this one, I'm also suspecting that is also going the looting way. But conclusively, bro, those that are praising Tinubu just like the old woman that was praising the snuff, they abandoned him and didn't vote for him. They voted for another person. Today they are praising him.
JJ, thank you very much. 30 seconds gone.
Anybody. Well, we are
Let's move on to Nkoro. Ida, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Andrew Kim.
Morning to you.
Yes, I want to talk about Tinubu's statement, appreciating Wike and the 5G governors, that they did well and reverse people. The statement is talking that the whole Wike nothing. Well, Wike will not be there. If you understand that statement, that team is going to discuss that matter with not Wike. But by next month, Wike is by this one, Wike is going. Team is taking over next month. So that matter will be discussed. That's what Tinubu means. Does not mean that he will not pay the money. Thank you very much. God bless you. Good morning, my lovely brother.
All right, Chimenem is in mouth 3. Good morning. Hello, Chimenem. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Yes, I think concerning the crisis between the Roma Wolo people and Elekokodo people, there is a Supreme Court judgment. And then it pains me that some persons will want to refer to IG. I think the Elekokodo people are not doing anything right. They should look at the judgment. The Inspector General of Police have no right whatsoever. The judgment of the court is supreme. And whatsoever, I always tell people, I don't know who is advising them, but I think the judgment of the court should be followed rather than that of the IG. And I think this is what is fueling crisis. And those that are the boundary, those that have been appointed to look into the boundary, should follow what is justiciable. I don't know why the matter should be taken back to court, but it is the court judgment is sacrosanct. And the sanctity of that judgment must be obeyed to the latter. I don't know why this issue of Elekokoda and Roma keep lingering. So they should resolve it amicably. These are all their poor people, sons and daughters. We can't afford to go into crisis. But that judgment should be followed. I have looked at the judgment, the length and breadth of that judgment. I wonder why we keep ridiculing the court in this country, for God's sake. The court judgments are very clear. And when you look at it, you will refer to IG. The IG is not the court. It is not the court. And I think that this judgment should be sound, clear, so that these people...
All right, Chimenem, point made. Thank you very much. Israel is in Emoha. Good morning.
Good morning.
You're welcome.
Yes. I want to comment on the continual commissioning of project today.
Okay.
My brother, let me appreciate the effort of Wike to ensuring that there is a good governance to Rivers State. Please, if you ask me, Rivers State has enjoyed the dividend of democracy. The reason why we should be having elected governors and all the rest. You see, Tinubu saying that he owed nothing, but Wike have to lobby him, not Wike again. But I believe that comment is very simple, just understandable. Not that they won't pay, but there is a method and procedure that needed to be passed before that should be done. Then those that been arrested by police, I would say it's a good one, but let the innocent one be released without not paying any money. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. In Bori, Leighton Barry is on the line. Before we get on to Leighton Barry, quickly, some headlines on the Punch. This is it. U.S. becomes first country to approve RSV vaccine. That's a headline on the Punch. Federal government disconnects discos from national grid over debt. You would also find that on the Punch. This one says strike. Resident doctors say federal government's threat annoying. You'd see that also on the Punch newspaper. 26 days to go. Outrage as Senate approves Buhari's 22.7 trillion naira extra budgetary spending. And this one says Agenda 2050, federal government projects $33,000 per capita GDP. That's also what you would find on the front page of the Punch. On the Punch. In Bori, Leighton Barry, good morning.
Good morning, Ifeami Andrew.
All right, go on.
Yeah. Let me look at what Tinubu said to Nyesom Wike. I owe you nothing. That statement means a lot. To me, I understand that this last tenure of Wike during the 2019 election, I think that election was almost hijacked by the APC in the states here. And Tinubu played a role for Wike through Magnus Abe in order to sustain this last tenure. And it was the responsibility of Wike to also reciprocate by contributing to his own election, his presidential bid too, in this 2023. And so both of them have cleared themselves. Nobody's owing each other. But people fail to understand what went on before now. So the man is trying to clarify himself. If you listen, he also told him that you cannot manipulate me to do your bidding or to do your demands, except you lobby me. You know, all those things were things they've negotiated before. So that is just it.
All right, Leighton Barry, thank you. Now I'm confused after listening to you because clearly I know what the conversation was. It was monies for projects that were carried out on federal roads. Well, everybody would have different opinions to this, and it's a welcome one. Chidi is in Rumomasi. Good morning.
Yeah, Andrew. Good morning, sir.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I want to talk about the response, a Tinubu response to the governor. I think for me, I love it so much, and I want everything to be laid to rest because the project is for Rivers people. And I don't see any good reason where you didn't discuss anything with the federal government before starting such projects. You just started a project without any discussion with the federal government, and you want the federal government to pay you to refund you. Where are they doing such a thing? Those people that are saying that as soon as it is after May 29, the governor will just be like me. And you will know that when the governor leaves office after 29, that is when they read politics. He may not even find it very easy to see Tinubu again. And the way I am seeing things, to the best of my observation, some cannot even stand before Tinubu to talk. So they should forget about the whole thing. It's over. The governor cannot get everything he wants every time. Thank you very much, sir.
All right, Chidi, thank you very much. Let's take some of the comments on Facebook now, shall we? Remember, the WhatsApp number still is 0809-030-6416. That is the WhatsApp number. Let's see. On Facebook, this one here says, thank God ability, President-elect Tinubu replies Wike that he owes him nothing. Those that understand politics will understand what the President-elect meant. While Gucci the Precious says, I'm careful to respond. On the careful response of Mr. President to Wike, I believe he knew Wike as by quickly responding to Wike for lobbying him first if he desires a payback. Obiajunwa says President-elect Tinubu continues commission a project today. That's a good one. We praise the administration brings quality projects and job creation. Ojone Justice says, what did Tinubu mean by saying you have to lobby me? This is an overwhelming, humongous corruption statement. No, lobbying is not corruption. In fact, in some countries, lobbying is very legal. It's when I say legal, I mean it's enshrined. It's like made known. You can lobby for things, lobby for office. In the US, for instance, they lobby. Companies have lawmakers that they sponsor to put in the House that would lobby for certain bills to be passed in favor of their interest. These things happen everywhere. We'll take one more call. Temple is in room. Good morning.
Calling for government attention.
Good morning, Temple.
Good morning, the very distinguished Ifeami Andrew.
Go on.
Yes, I salute you this morning.
Okay.
Yes, I think looking at the young man that is lamenting and shouting for the help of the government in regards to the brother's death, I think I want to appeal to the council chairman to look into that matter and handle it amicably. At least they can do something in bringing the wife close, even though it's to start up a small-scale business for the woman, at least to cater for the children. It will go a long way in cushioning up the effect the family will be passing. Most importantly, the effect of hardship. At least they should look into that. It will give them a good sense of belonging. But I also want to appeal, very important, to the president-elect. In as much as the River State has given him some such warming reception, you should look into most of these projects the governor is citing in federal roads and looking away in the compensating River State. It's not about if the governor push forward for a compensation. It's simple as ABCD. Nothing is too small, nothing is too big. It can go a long way in bringing more development to River State. It's as simple as ABCD. Thank you.
All right, Temple, thank you very much. Let's wait and see what the coming days would bring as we prepare for the official swearing in of the president-elect and governor-elect of Rivers State. Okay, on WhatsApp, a couple of messages. Let's go. This one here says, good morning. President-elect Bola Tinubu continues commissioning of project today. That's a good one. This is Obia Junwa. Thank God. Tinubu's response to weekend refund of federal project. Why will he choose to respond in that matter? I think the response speaks volume. We are watching. Ihemadu Charles. This one says, Governor Wike has requested Tinubu to refund money spent on flyovers, and Tinubu instant reply, I owe you nothing. Wike and his supporters should for once appreciate Amechi, whom they said did nothing. Dim Chukwuemeka, I owe you nothing, Tinubu. Over 350 returned back to Nigeria from Sudan. It's a welcome development. I don't owe you, lobby me to pay. Tinubu tells Wike. I think Wike game has failed. God bless Nigeria. Bravo. Amako from Mumbai. Cheer. This one here says, good morning, Nigeria security deteriorating, but military are on top of the situation. The security situation in some parts of Nigeria is alarming and disturbing. Killing, kidnapping, and other social vices. Let the Nigerian military do more. Or Wanate Clinton West, you sent in that message. Let's go take some comments on Twitter as well. Don't forget, on Twitter it's Nigeria Info PH. You can drop your comment. Facebook, Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. So, on Facebook first, Raymond Eze Aliko says police should release innocent ones arrested during the coal clash in Diob. Obioma Noble says Tinubu called Wike a man of integrity. Indeed, Wike is a man of integrity. I strongly believe that Rivers State will benefit immensely from the incoming APC government, says Atwegbu on Facebook. Let's see on Twitter now. On Twitter, this one here says, at skillful_Piro, Governor Wike asked President-elect to refund Rivers State the money they use in building federal roads. Nice one. At Thank God at Twig1 says, I strongly believe that Rivers State will I think we got that on Facebook earlier. At Anonobi Casey on Twitter, Labour kicks over federal government's 22 trillion ways and means borrowing. These old government has killed Nigeria. Now they are leaking the pot. At Tony Anthony 64 says President-elect understands administration, hence he wouldn't have said yes to Governor Wike's request because it's not yet sworn in. At Lorenzo Delight, Son of Light on Twitter says police raid parts of Diop, arrests were made, thorough investigations should be carried out, innocent ones should be released. Tinubu's reply to Wike shows that they have strong relationship. Lobbying is a view just to deceive some people. At Cboy Online on Twitter says, lobby me to pay you. Lawal making contradicting statements about our security. What do you expect from a security architecture that has been heavily compromised by politicians? Is it only God that is? It is only God helping us. This one here on Facebook here says, okay, I think we'll just leave that and get on to WhatsApp. Okay, so more messages on WhatsApp. This one says, good morning. Good morning. George Williams says, point to note, headline of Wike and Tinubu. An outgoing Tinubu said Wike should lobby him, so he means for anything he will do for anyone he expects to be lobbied. The production of the season film has just begun. Good morning. I don't owe you. Lobby me to pay President-elect tells Governor Wike. Good for him. After declaring public holiday, DK Eze sent in that message. And that's the much we can take. Short commercial, business news at 7, and sports news afterwards. Good morning.
Come on, everybody! More!